And what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Acceleracers Hub for another video. So today we have another sales video. This is for the second week in March, and we are slowly but surely getting caught up on these videos. So that way you guys have a good idea of what's currently in my shop and you're not 2 or 3 weeks behind. So I think after this one, we have 1 or 2 more before we are fully caught up to speed, but we are getting there slowly but surely. So let's jump into this week in sales. All right, guys, it's Tuesday morning, so let's start off a fresh week of sales. So yesterday night, I finally put in all of my loose mint cards and the cards that I pulled from the big mystery box into my card listings. So we did have a bunch of sales last night. So let's jump right into the first one. It was an order from a return buyer who makes some really sweet custom cars. He purchased one of the CM6 high voltages. What a gorgeous car. So we're down to 1 left already. Then it was a CM5 power bomb, the CM6 RD10. What a wicked looking car. And a CM6 RD01. But the total on this purchase was $80 even, so thank you for this purchase. And next up, we had a return buyer purchase a rare Octanium card. Octanium is definitely very hard to find. I only charged $15 for this, so the total was $19 for this order. So I probably should charge a little bit more because I didn't realize how quickly it was going to sell. But Octanium is definitely very hard to find. It's up there with Technetium and Covlight as far as the rare silencers vehicle cards. So thank you for that purchase. Moving on here, another return buyer purchased 2 cards, a Hollowback and my last copy of Synchro, the only one that I got out of the pack opening. Total on this order was $13 even, so thank you for that purchase. Next up, we had a buyer purchase a lot of, I believe it was 20 total cards, including a bunch of duplicates. I'm not going to go through them because they were mostly common and uncommon cards. Lots of bulk copies of Carnivorous Plants, Sweepers, Mega Base Box, so on and so forth. Total on this order was $25, so thank you for that purchase. And then the last purchase that we had was a lot of a little bit rarer cards. Let's see here, we had 3 copies of Bat Swarm, we had a copy of Power Rage, which is getting harder and harder to find, the Wind Realm, Big Trouble, my last copy of Baseline, I'm out of stock now, then the Canyon Realm and Carbide, I'm down to my last copy. So the total on this order was $40 even, definitely some rare and uncommon cards there. All right, so let's jump right into some sales. The first sale we had was a CM6 Power Rage. Gone. The total on this order was $35 even. Thank you for that purchase. What a gorgeous, gorgeous car. Continuing on, we sold a CM6 Blackwing Synchro, another beauty. These Teco vehicles are super popular. The total on this order was $20 even. Thank you for that purchase. Moving on, we had a bigger lot of cars sell to a return buyer. Purchased a CM6 Excellium, a CM6 Blue Wing Drift Tech, the only one that I had in stock, a beautiful CM6 Power Rage, and a CM6 Baseline. The total on this order was $75 even. These are some gorgeous, gorgeous cars, so I'm down to my last Power Rage in stock, so if you're missing it, get it while you can. So $75 even, thank you for that purchase. All right, guys, let's keep rolling with some sales. It is Thursday morning. We had a big Wednesday night. So let's go through these. First up, we sold a CM5 RD06, the only one that I had in stock. This CM5 version seems to be very, very popular in contrast to the CM6, which doesn't sell all that well. So this sold for a total of $19 even once you include shipping. So thank you for that purchase. Next up, we sold a CM6 Baseline, another gorgeous Baseline. They just got a shipment of cars in, including some Teco vehicles. So it was nice. I was able to lower the price on some of my Teco vehicles a little bit by $1 or $2. I mean, my prices normally go up and down based on how many I have in stock. Once I get down to the last Baseline, it's normally like 15 or 16 bucks a piece. And then when I get them back in stock, I lower it down to like 12 or 13 or 14. So the total on this order was $19 even. So thanks again for that purchase. And then let's get into some of the big boys. We sold a 3D foil Phantom Form card. This was the only one that I had in stock. It's the one that I pulled in the giveaway video. And it sold for a grand total of $290 even to a buyer who now has a complete set. This was the last card that he needed for his set, so now it is fully done. So congratulations, man. I hope you enjoyed this card and congrats on your full set. I think there's honestly not that many out there. I personally think there's less than 20 complete sets out there, but I could be wrong. There could be a lot more people that are holding on to them since childhood, but $290 even on this card. Thank you for that purchase. And next up, yep, another 3D foil, a 3D foil RD09 version 2 card. This one sold for $320 even to a buyer that is also getting pretty close to completing her set. She's got to be in her last 5 or 6 cards by now, but $320 even, so thank you for that purchase. And there's the rare sight of 2 3D foils selling in the same night. All right, guys, so it is Friday morning now. Let's look at what sold last night. We had a big flurry at the end of Thursday. So let's go through it real quick. And believe it or not, I had the great idea. It's funny, I always watch these sales videos and I'm like, gosh, they look so dark. They can probably barely see the product. The thumbnails are dark. I had the brilliant idea to move my lamp from over here to over here. So now the light will illuminate the products. Isn't that a great idea, guys? It's funny. It's probably something I should have realized after like the first video, but hopefully it'll make it a little more watchable from now on. So first things first, we sold a lot of 13 cars that were all in lightly used condition. Let's go through them right quick. It was a CM6 jackhammer, CM6 purple spine buster, a CM6 rolling thunder, CM6 spine buster, spoiler chipped, CM6 anthracite. Thought it was a CM5 for a second. I've never seen that before. CM5 riveted. Let's just go through it. Ratified, iridium, baseline, synchro, power bomb, nitrium, and drift tech. Is that all? Am I missing one? Yep, that's all. 13. So these cars are all in lightly used condition. These are ones that I pulled out of blisters or I bought loose, and they just were so close to being loose mint, but they just weren't quite there. So you know, all the decals are pretty much perfect on these. They just have minor issues, like a chip spoiler here, a small scratch on top of the synchro here or there, speck on the spoiler for the baseline, just little stuff here and there. Mostly minor chips and little paint issues like scuffs of paint on the nitrium. But regardless, they just weren't quite good enough for me to list as loose mint. So when I list these lots, it's normally a good chance for you guys to get some cars that are really, really close to being perfect for a cheaper price. So I'd say definitely keep your eyes peeled on my page for lots of cars that are lightly used, because for all intents and purposes, they're very, very close to loose mint. They're not. When people usually list like lightly used cars, the decals will be gone. I mean, they'll be missing spoilers. But when I say lightly used, I really do mean lightly used. I mean, other than that Spinebuster spoiler, the rest of these cars look fantastic. So this sold for $100 even. Thank you for that purchase. So let's keep moving here. Next item was a loose mint CM6 Cub light. I only have 2 of these left in stock. Get them while you can. I love these side decals on the Cub light. So the total on this order was $30 even. So thank you for this purchase. And then the last purchase of the night was to a return buyer who purchased a CM6 hollowback. This silk red hollowback, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. This a silk red. Is just a gorgeous looking car. The decals really pop on it. So we sold a CM6 hollowback, and then he purchased 7 cards, I believe, which were the Blizzard Realm, Slam Ram Hyperpod, the Water Realm, the Labyrinth Realm, and a Hyper Spectite to wrap it up. So the total on this order was $30 even. All right, guys, let's wrap up this sales video today. Let's see what sold over the weekend. So first up, we had Dragon Torch and Guts to a return buyer who also purchased Hack Mimic and an RDO 9 card, which I only have one of these left, so get it while you can. But the total on this order was $40 even. Thank you for that purchase. Definitely some really uncommon cards here. And these cards are ones that, especially Dragon Torch, I just cannot keep in stock. You guys have been buying Dragon Torch left and right. I think I'm down to my last copy. So if you're missing that card, get it while you can. And next up, we had another purchase from another return buyer. Purchased a Power Rage and a Lightning Rod card. And then he purchased my only copy of the Storm Realm that I have in stock. This card is gone off the shelf, out of stock again. This card is really tough to pull. It's got to be up there with the Cybergrid Realm. I always forget about the Storm Realm, but it's definitely up there as far as rarity. So the total on this order was $31 even. Thank you for that purchase. Continuing on here. Yep, we sold the Jump Jets, the misprinted Jump Jets card with no border on the top and the blue border on the bottom. This card is gone. It sold for a total of $175 even to a return buyer. So thank you so much for that purchase. Out of stock on Jump Jets yet again. Then continuing on, we had a buyer purchase 4 loose mint cards, which were a CM6 Rolling Thunder, a CM6 Cub Light, what a gorgeous car, a CM6 Jackhammer, and a CM6 RDO 9. So I think I have 1 Cub Light left in stock and 2 RDO 9s. What an awesome looking lot of cars. I believe the total on this was $80 even. So thank you for that purchase. So that'll do it for this week in sales, guys. Thanks for watching. The next upload should be the next part of the Ultimate Hunt. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.